Hexameter 12, page 123. Apollo is in love with the nymph Daphne, but she rejects his advances. Having tried to persuade her, the god now gives chase, pursuing her through the woods. And the poem begins, I am Apollo, son of Jupiter, god of prophecy, music and medicine, though I cannot cure my love for you. So in the first two lines, we have our nominative here, Peneia, which we're told underneath is the patronym, daughter of Peneia. So you can either translate it as that or Daphne. So Daphne fugit, fled him. And then Apollo is described with these words. So as he was about to say more. So you could do it the other way around as well. As he was about to say more, Daphne fled him, timido cursu, with a timid run, with a slight run. And the que after come, she left behind reliquit, verba imperfecta, unfinished words, and then cum ipso. We know it means with, because ipso is our ablative there, so with, you probably want to put in the word the god, so with the god himself. So she left behind unfinished words with the god himself. Line 3. Then also, having been seen, and decans underneath we're told is beautiful. Now at the bottom of this poem we're told about split passive forms, because as we've seen before we can have our PPP separated from our form of the verb to be. Here we just don't have the form of the verb to be, so visa we imagine means visa est, and it's from the deponent video, so seemed. And we know it must be describing Daphne because it's feminine. So then she also seemed beautiful. Nudabant corpora venti. The winds is our nominative here because it's nominative plural to go with the nominative plural. Sorry, to go with the plural verb. The winds were making her body bare. Line 4. We have our nominatives. Here we're told underneath that flamina is from flamen, which is a neuter noun, so flamina must be plural, and obvia agrees with it. So the hostile blasts of winds, vibrabant, were stirring vestes adversas, her clothes in all directions. Line 5, and we have again two nominatives here, levis aura. Impulsos and campillos obviously agree with each other, and retro we're just told means backwards. So this line literally says, and the light wind was giving her driven hair backwards. So we want to put that into nice English, so something like, and the light air was making her hair fly backwards, something like that. So you're translating dabat as was making that thing happen rather than was giving. Line 6. And then we've got three words here ending in A. We assume that maybe some of them are nominative, some of them are ablative. You might work that out from the meaning. Let's have a little go at scanning it first, just to double check that we understand exactly what's going on here. So because this is a hexameter poem, the line is going to be just 6 feet. There's no question of which one of the couplets it's going to be, because these aren't couplets, it's just hexameter. So we know this is going to be long. We know this is going to be your anceps at the end. Is there any elision? Yes, fuga est here, but that's it. And then we know that this one is a dactyl. We know that non must be long because it's followed by the S. So that means this one must be long. We know that this one must be long because there's the double consonant there. We know that, well, actually, we don't know any more. So let's count the syllables. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right, well, we've got 9 syllables and we need to make 3 more feet. So they're going to have to all be split into 3. So it's all dactyls. So that's quite straightforward. So because of that, sorry, it's a little bit messy, but that tells you that firstly, aukta is short, so it's nominative. Forma is short, so it's nominative. But fugar is long, so fugar is ablative. So you are translating it as her beauty was increased with her flight or through her flight, because you know fugar is ablative. Okay, I'll just get rid of that now. Okay, so next little bit. But indeed, and then you find the nominative on the following line. So juvenis deus, the young god, did not continue perdere, to waste. Blanditias, it tells you underneath, means flattering words, and ultra means further or more. So did not continue to waste flattering words anymore. Utque, and as, and then our nominatives are here. Love itself was advising. Sequitur, he followed. Your accusative neuter plural vestigia, her footsteps, with the ablatives admisso passu, with a fast step, with speeding step, it says underneath. Okay. And then you have ut canis, so a dog is appearing here. Remember, it's Ovid, and he loves a simile. He loves to link things in with nature or mythology or things like that. So if you've got a dog suddenly turning up, and also you've got leporan, which is a hare, consider the fact that this is probably going to be a simile, especially as he's got the word ut there. So as a dog, vidit, sees a hare. Sorry, as a dog, and then you've got cum, when it sees a hare. And the dog is described as a dog from Gaul. So as a dog from Gaul, when it sees a hare, in vacuo arvo, so those two words are really separated there, but they agree with each other. So in an empty field, et hic, etc. And this seeks his pridam, his booty, or his spoils with his feet. And then you've got ille salutem, that safety. Now, here you've got the two nominatives, hic and ille, and you've got two accusatives, pridam and salutem. So it's describing the two things that either animal is seeking here. So hic, if you think about it logically, refers to the dog, because he's seeking his spoils, whereas the hare is seeking its safety. It's trying to run away from the dog. So, and you could even put, this dog seeks its spoils with its feet. That hare seeks safety. Line 11. In this way, and then because the rest of the poem we've translated in the past, we need to now go back into the past when we start describing the god again, because we're back with Apollo and Daphne. So in this way, and the words are all over the place here, so your nominatives are hic, deus. You've also got Virgo as a nominative, but as in the previous line, we've had the dog doing one thing, the hare doing another, so we have the same here. So think about it logically. In this way, deus hic, this god, est, but remember to put it into the past, was quick, keller, through spe, through hope. Spe is the ablative of spes. So in this way, this god was quick through hope. Illa Virgo timore, that maiden, you could even then put in, was quick, timore, through fear. Okay, so the word order is a bit funky there. So use the story to help you figure out what Ovid might be trying to say. Line 12. However, qui, but we can't just say who, obviously, so we need to put in he here. So, however, he who in sequitur pursued, adjutus is the perfect passive participle, helped with the pennis amoris, the wings of love. Now be careful here, because obviously these endings match, but penna is a first declension noun, so is is ablative plural, but amoris is a third declension noun, so that one's genitive singular. So helped with the wings of love. Est ocio, was quicker, and negat requiem, and didn't allow her any rest. And then the next sort of phrase goes on to the next line. Imminet is followed by a dative, which you have here in tergo. So, and he stayed right behind. It literally means threaten or hang over. So he hung over her back, but stayed right behind her back, Fugakis, literally of her fleeing. So as she fled, and Adflat breathed on her, crinem spasm on her hair, scattered curvicibus over her neck. Okay, there we go.